All right.
Here we go.
Just had some spicy stubs.
So what?
I don't know.
Sauce?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I'm so dumb.
Oh, you guys, welcome.
Welcome to
On the Haunt.
I feel like I have pork steaks in my teeth.
I know.
I'm
You go. Maybe.
I'm Whitney with pork steak in her teeth.
And I have ribs in my teeth. Chris just prepared us a delicious dinner.
Yes. Because that's his love language. And he's like,
according to Whitney.
I know.
He's like, I don't think that's right.
He's like, stop talking about me. Anyway, sorry, Chris. It was amazing. Best producer ever. And sweet Mandy. We love her so much. Thank you, Mandy, for allowing us to come into your home once a week and bother you.
Because that would make me insane. I'd be like, no. I don't like people coming to my house. When people come to my house, I just...
Well, if we can ever get this down, we'll only have to come to their house 2 times a month and bother them less. But, like, I keep screwing crap up and people have vacations. I mean, what's up with that?
How dare we?
How dare you have vacations? But, yes. Anyway, again, shout out to the Bro Cause. We love you guys and we appreciate you.
For sure.
Okay. Shall we get to it?
We shall.
Shall we get to it? So, this week... I am doing Alcatraz Island, a place I have been. And I wrote this story a year ago.
I wrote this entirely myself. I'm like, just from your one visit?
I did write this myself, but I think, okay, never mind. There's a bunch of those little numbers and brackets that indicate it. Some of this is copy and pasted from Wikipedia. But I literally wrote this a year ago, so I don't remember anything about it. So let's learn together, shall we?
Well, let's be honest. It doesn't matter if you wrote that a year ago or an hour ago.
That's exactly right.
We know nothing.
I literally think I say literally a lot, and that I have memory issues. I think I've said this on the podcast before. I need does anyone have any recommendations for any supplements to help with my memory loss?
Like ginkgo biloba
Yeah,
or
or maybe I should just stop drinking so much diet soda, which probably is causing me to have. Anyway, you don't care about my health problems.
No.
Moving on.
Or maybe you do, which is really sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, whoever you are. My sources tonight are, sorry, I have burp, Wikipedia, obviously, and wildsftours.com.
Hey,
SF being San Francisco.
United States. If you listened to our last episode.
Okay, this is so embarrassing already. When you think of maximum security prisons, you probably think of some of the worst places in the world. Okay,
can I ask
Who was I a year ago?
Can I ask a really stupid question about prisons?
Yes, I'll know the answer.
So, I'm a little late to the game, but I just recently stumbled onto 60 Days In.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, these people go undercover into jails.
Why?
For 60 days to kind of find out, okay, how are drugs getting in and out of here? But they're just regular people, but they're
not police officers?
But there are people who are in there for oh yeah, I've been in here for 3 years. I've been here for 4 years. I'm like, you can go to jail for that long? Am I dumb?
No. So a jail versus a prison.
Yeah, it's like a county jail.
Maybe it all depends on
a lengthy term, you just automatically went to prison.
No, I think there are some people that are in jail for longer. I wouldn't have thought that long, though, 3 or 4 years. But maybe it just depends on population, how many people and the level of your crime, and maybe if it's not that big of a deal, you can stay here.
I guess I'm just ststupid.
Well, and we also are thinking of our tiny little. Yeah,
I just always
prison.
assume the only people staying in jail are people who have had you shoplifted or you
DWI, you're gonna stay here overnight. Yeah.
Or just waiting for your court date or whatever. I didn't know you served out
your sentence.
a term there.
Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Okay.
Anyone out there?
Sorry, that was totally off topic.
No, great
That just
question,
made me
though.
Think of that. Like, I'm like, I don't get it.
Well, yeah, and like, is obviously a jail is. I should not have drank soda before this. Obviously, a jail is not It's not maximum security. So, what is that considered? Just very minimum security?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, good thing because we've never been in jail. But some maximum security prisons are worse than others, and this one is reportedly one of the most haunted places in the world. And the worst of these maybe will be Alcatraz. That didn't make sense. Moving on. Alcatraz, the prison, was built on Alcatraz Island, as you can imagine. It's 1.25 miles off the shore of San Francisco. The island was initially developed as a lighthouse, then a military fort, then a military prison, before finally becoming a federal prison in August of 1934. It stayed a prison through March of 1963. Sorry.
Until it wasn't. It was until it wasn't. That's all you
exactly
need to
right.
know. You're not here for facts or years.
That's exactly right.
And if you are, we're giving
Sorry.
probably a ton of misinformation.
That's exactly right. So when I went to Alcatraz, I'm trying to think now. When I went to San Francisco, I'm pretty sure it was for my brother and sister-in-law's wedding is when we went. And it was in June, I believe. And it was cold as hell going across that bay to Alcatraz.
Really?
Yes. I remember being very cold. Well, San Francisco has interesting weather. It's kind of my jam, though, really, like kind of rainy and dreary a bit for a nice California city, United States. But anyway, so there's that. As a federal prison, Alcatraz was designed to be the most desolate, hopeless place they could make it. Which is,
they succeeded.
You did it. Good job. In no way was this prison designed to be for rehabilitation. I mean, are any prisons... Anyway, don't get me started on the United States
we need
prison
huge
issue.
reform.
We really do. This prison was made to break spirits. I love my writing. Is this me? I don't know.
Your guess is as good as ours.
The plan was to put the worst of criminals here because it was, by definition, escape-proof. The currents around Alcatraz are treacherous, even though they may not look it, because it really doesn't. The water is typically around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is funny because I think 60 degrees, I'm like, that's not that cold, but like, yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, especially if you're submerged in that.
Yeah. The prison was initially staffed by 155 guards, including the first warden, James A. Johnston. Swear to God. Who was chosen because he's considered to be an Iron Man. Yeah, he is.
Not true. He's never ironed a thing in his life. You see what I did there?
I got it. I got it.
Domestic housework joke.
And I wrote whatever that means because, like, what's an iron? He's just like a, I don't know.
Got hard pecs? I don't know. What makes you iron?
The prison staff and their families also lived on Alcatraz, which would suck so bad. You live there with your family?
You can't just ferry me in and out of here?
It wasn't that long of a boat ride, like 5-10 minutes. It's really not that serious. I don't want to live there with my children.
I wouldn't even want to live there without
alone. No, it's
That's
horrifying.
Listen, if there's anything I've learned about taking care of my own mental health, it's separating my work life from my personal life. If I had to live where I work.
Yes. No. And a place like this, that's literally like it's very depressing there. It's incredibly depressing. So yeah, not sure why that was a good idea. There's another like horror movie though that I've watched kind of recently. Okay. Anyway, don't remember. Moving on. In the 29 years that Alcatraz was in operation, it is claimed that nobody successfully escaped. 36 total prisoners attempted 14 escapes, with 2 men trying twice. They were like, that didn't work.
That math doesn't make sense.
36 total prisoners attempted 14 escapes. So maybe some of them escaped as a group.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. 23 of these men were caught alive. 6 were shot and killed. 2 drowned, and 5 are listed as missing and presumed drowned. So weird.
Maybe they were the success story. Maybe they made it.
Maybe they made it.
That is too much swimming.
It's a lot of swimming. And, like, the current would be pushing you the whole time. So you're just like...
just not be moving at all.
No.
You're just paddling and staying in one place.
If you have the chance to go visit Alcatraz in San Francisco, do it. It is so cool. And they talk a lot about the guys that escaped that swam. I guess maybe all of them swam. I don't know. But there's like a group of them that it's really well known. Anyway, I don't have that information, so I'm moving on. So why was Sorry, I'm laughing at my own writing. So why was everyone itching to escape, besides the obvious? Well, as I mentioned before, I don't know. This is my writing. It's funny. I must have been like up late at night, like just typing and thinking this was so hilarious. I'm so stupid. As I mentioned before, Alcatraz was built to be maximum security and minimum privilege. If you were an inmate and you broke a rule, you were punished by going to the strip cell. Before you entered the cell, you were stripped naked, obviously. The cell had no mattress, no sink, and no lights. And the toilet was a hole in the ground. That sucks, man. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to sleep? You're just like...
You're still human beings.
Yeah, you have no blankie. I need at least a sheet to sleep, to cover myself. No mattress, no sink, no lights, a hole in the ground. Horrible. I guess that's enough reason to not break a rule if you can help it. But sometimes I think there are situations where... Anyway... Some of the many notable criminals that spent time in Alcatraz were Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, not that guy that's dating
Megan Fox.
God, that guy's so annoying. I don't know anything about him, but I'm just like, ugh, every time.
Yeah. Your hair is too blonde.
No.
Stop.
No. Everything about that relationship I don't quite understand, but anyway. And
Team Brian Austin Green.
Forever and ever. Yeah.
He's dating... someone from something. What?
Tell me it's Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
No, that'd be cool.
Lark Voorhees. I'm just naming all the...
Why are you naming Saved by the Bell?
I don't know. Because
Brian Austin Green was with
I
Tiffany
know,
Amber
but I
Thiessen
really want them to be together.
I think it's like some lady who does like Dancing with the Stars or like one of those kinds of things.
Well, good for him. I really feel like he was... I don't know anything about what happened with the downfall of the relationship.
We don't know them personally. Sorry. Okay, continue.
And actually, I just saw the other day on... She was on... Megan Fox was on Hoda and Jenna. I'm really a fan. And her kids were like crawling in the background of the Zoom call, and I really related to that, and she was kind of funny about it, and I was like, okay, you're human, girl. I see you. Anyway, moving on. And Doc Barker. I don't know who that is. During this time, 8 people were murdered at Alcatraz, so while it was in operation, which is kind of less than I imagined, for a prison. A guard was murdered in the laundry room. That would be terrible. 5 inmates were killed in random attacks. 2 died during an escape attempt, and 5 committed suicide. So that seems like too many people. Yeah, that definitely is. Oh, well, okay. Oh, yeah, that adds up. Okay, just doing the math. Sorry. Let's get to the haunting.
Yes, please.
So what are some of the things that people hear, suspect, that sort of thing? So people hear crying and moaning throughout cell blocks A, B, and C. Woo. In cell 14D, a man died in the 1940s. Before his death, he kept screaming for hours that a creature was trying to kill him. He said that he saw glowing red eyes, and the next morning he was found strangled to death on the floor.
Ew.
You can't strangle your own self.
No.
With just your hands.
No, you would pass out before you actually killed yourself.
Even with like an object.
That's why I'm speaking like I really
know like,
how that works.
No.
And a medical examiner. Spare time.
Law and Order, SVU. And that's... God, I love that show. I do too. In that cell, people feel a cold, hopeless feeling. Yeah. So Al Capone was very afraid of being killed while in prison. During his last years in Alcatraz, he began to play the banjo in the prison's banjo band.
Oh, yeah, that's a surefire way to not put a target on your back door.
Oh my God. He would only practice his banjo in the shower. Don't know why. Like, why?
I don't get it.
Wouldn't that be like not good for the banjo? Well, the humidity of the water?
They say people sing in the shower to sound better, so maybe he had better acoustics.
Maybe so. So people still hear banjo music in the showers.
Ooh. In the pines. Was that a banjo? I don't know.
I don't know. So if you haven't watched the new season, is that United?
Yeah.
Unsolved Mysteries?
No.
What is it?
Haunted.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Oh, amazing. Oh, watch. Is that season 2, episode 1, I think?
I think so.
Okay, watch it. You won't regret it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
In the pines. We do things in the pines.
This may make zero sense to you right now, but
It will.
watch it.
It will.
It
It'll make all the sense. Yes. What a great show. Native Americans who lived on the land before it was even inhabited by the white man claimed that they had encountered evil spirits. Bones and artifacts unearthed by archaeologists have indicated that it may have served as a Native American burial ground for their outcasts. I don't know what that means or what that looks like. Native Americans known as, Ohlone, I'm probably saying that wrong, were the earliest known inhabitants of Alcatraz Island. They avoided the island because they believed that evil spirits resided there, but they used it for deporting their criminals under tribal law to go and live on the island in isolation. Ooh. That gotta be the perfect place, though. You're like, get out of here, and then you can't swim back to shore. Rangers and prisoners and visitors have claimed to hear sewing machines. That's all I have about that, but that's weird and creepy. It suggested that possibly the island is haunted by the ghosts of Native American prisoners and officials who died on the island during the American Civil War and at the military prisons. Quite possible. Many prisoners were declared insane after serving time at Alcatraz. They claimed to hear whispering in the night, floating blue lights, figures in the dark, moaning, the clanking of chains and cells that were empty. James Johnston is said to have heard a woman sobbing while conducting a tour of the all-male prison. Alarming.
I'm sobbing because I'm just tired of
your face.
So much household chores.
That's exactly right.
That's so lame.
Prisoners saw other prisoners, but they weren't of this era. They would be wearing 19th century garb, or they would disappear when approached by the guards. One guard saw a gang of Native American prisoners marching around in a circle before vanishing. This place is scary. Phantom gunfire, cannon blasts, and fire alarms can be heard. Former inmate Leon Whitey Thompson, who worked as a guide at Alcatraz for many years and later, I'm pretty sure actually when we were... Oh, never mind. He died in 2005. For many years and later visited it regularly before his death in 2005, believed that Alcatraz Island is haunted and has stated that he could feel it while he was incarcerated there. He later believed the prison to be damned and often had the sense of being watched by spirits. During this time in the prison, Thompson was friendly with an inmate named Johnny House, a big Texan. Okay. Johnny House. From Texas. He last saw him on 25 October 1962. Okay.
In San Francisco, United States. So I don't know.
When he left Alcatraz and knew he'd never see House again, one day in the 1980s, when Thompson was alone in the cell house waiting for visitors to arrive for a tour, he claimed to have seen a large, dark figure at the end of the Michigan Avenue corridor. He saw the apparition walk around the corner and out of sight. Thompson rushed to the end of the corridor, but nobody was there. He believed the ghost to be that of House, whatever, by the way he walked and the feeling which the figure gave off.
Was it House or Haas?
I don't know. It's Haus.
Haus. Isn't it like German for house?
Yeah, so I'm just saying Haushoff.
What's his name? Tiny House? What'd you say?
Johnny House. Johnny House.
Johnny House.
Afterwards, Thompson said, I don't care what anybody says. That was Johnny House. Okay, Thompson, no one is disputing you.
Calm down. We believe you.
Yeah. So Alcatraz is actually now a part of the National Park System. Park rangers hear unexplained clanging sounds, screams, and crying. Unexplained footsteps and moaning are heard. I already said that. C Block is reportedly haunted by the spirit of former inmate Abby Maldowitz, nicknamed Butcher. That's a terrible and frightening nickname. What'd you do to earn that, Abby?
Is Abby a man?
ABIE has to be.
They
Only
didn't have
men were
women,
there.
right?
Yeah, only
He's
had
like,
men. Abby,
I just worked at like the deli counter. Can you?
I'm just cutting
Could you just call
turkey.
me bologna or something? Like what? Butcher. Of course, if you had to be in a prison like that,
Yeah,
like that hardcore,
you did,
maybe
Bird.
you want to be known as Butcher. Like
maybe so.
People back off.
He was
bit.
murdered in the laundry room. No, wait a minute. I thought that a guard was murdered in the laundry room. I'm poking holes in my own story. On September 5th, 1984, a ranger spent the night alone on the island and was awakened by a heavy door swinging in C block. There is no way I would spend a night alone on this island. No. Absolutely not. No. Number one, it's bigger than you think it's going to be. And number two, there's so many buildings, it's like frightening.
And number three, I don't know how to drive a boat. Do you?
No.
Like until
you'd figure it out. You're like, Abby Butcher, Maldowitz is after me. Okay, D Block is considered by paranormal investigators to have the most activity in the prison. 4 of the 42 cells in this block are thought to be haunted, and unexplained voices have been reported in cells 11, 12, and 13. Cell 14D, the worst cell for punishment in the whole end of Alcatraz, is considered to be the most haunted cell in the prison. You can actually go and sit in it when you're there.
Ugh.
I did it. It was weird. Many people report that cell 14D is permanently icy cold even during the summer and is often 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than anywhere else. Again, banjo sounds come from the shower.
In the ponds.
Oh, in the ponds.
Also note the man singing with his banjos at Daisy Dukes every night. You check that out. It's
you have
the
to.
most
It's so
disturbing
good.
part of the episode.
So it's so good. A park ranger also reportedly heard Capone twanging his banjo in the shower. Okay. Ranger Lori Brosnan has said that many visitors have reported feeling a cold chill when walking through the shower room. And one visitor reported feeling fingers on the back of his neck. But he turned around and nobody was there. Because he was just touching the back. Hey.
Could you just go back to twanging your banjo, please? And
yeah. Hey,
leave
Al
me
Capone,
alone?
quit molesting my neck, please. It's alarming. Brosnan herself has reported now, again, you couldn't pay me to be a park ranger there. No way.
No.
Like, they're probably there alone sometimes. So Brosnan herself has reported unexplained sounds such as cell doors moving in the night, when the vices were locked tight and only she had the key. Other rangers have also reported doors opening on their own accord, whispering sounds in cells, and the sounds of a harmonica. Why are there so many creepy instruments?
It's like a ghostly orchestra.
Oh my God.
And they're all like dorky instruments.
I know.
Yeah, banjo.
And a harmonica.
Can we get some bass guitar or something in there, please?
When Mandy was in Chris's band, she played the bass guitar. She's
That's
so
so cool.
She's like such a cool chick. Ghostly voices from the hospital wards have also been reported. George Machine Gun Kelly. Isn't that guy's name Machine Gun Kelly, though? The guy dating Megan Fox? Is it?
Well, that's not like his birth name.
Well, no,
that's
I know.
his performing name.
I know, but how funny. So he named himself after this criminal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dream on.
I don't know anything about what George, quote unquote, Machine Gun Kelly did, but.
I don't know anything about what Megan Fox's Machine Gun Kelly does, if we're being honest.
Neither. Music? Question mark?
Dates Megan Fox.
Yeah. Bleaches his hair. Those are his hobbies.
Getting tattooed.
Getting tattooed. Being very thin. That's okay
Yes,
to be
and
thin.
gaunt.
I'm sorry if I'm body shaming you, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, moving on.
So George Machine Gun Kelly has reportedly been sighted in the prison's church, and Alvin Creepy Carpus is said to haunt the prison bakery. Me too. He's like, donuts.
Can I just get a Long John?
Oh, Long John with some frosting on top.
Oh, caramel frosting. Yeah.
Vanilla. I want vanilla. It's sprinkles.
Takes me back.
Long Johns. Okay, sorry, creepy.
How do you get a nickname creepy and you're haunting
That
a
would
bakery?
be our
Wait a
nickname.
minute, they had a bakery?
I mean, I guess
in
they
the
had to
prison?
bake bread, probably.
Oh,
Not like
here I'm
treats.
thinking, like, I will have one eclair and
Some banana bread.
two Long Johns and a cream puff.
I'm sure they just like baked the bread.
Okay,
you know.
I'm sure you're right.
I'm sure there's nothing else. Like, what else would they're
I'm
not
trying
making like?
to be too bougie with this.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
not
say
what
they
it
weren't like
is.
baking tortillas, but they baked tortillas. I'm so dumb. Guys, it is 6. Does that say? It is 8 o'clock. Okay, we're usually in bed by now, My belly's full. I don't know what I'm saying. This is the last thing. One visitor and his wife have claimed to have heard canaries singing in what was once the cell of Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz, and to have seen him on the bed reading a book. Yet Stroud was never permitted to keep birds in his cell, as he'd done at former prisons. And he's dead. And the prison is empty now. So if they're seeing him, it's not him. I guess he's dead. I don't know. I'm assuming he's dead because this is like a long time ago. And
if he's not dead, this is a really lame ghost story.
He's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm just like trying to read a book here.
It's the only quiet place I can find where the birds can't get to me.
So I guess in other prisons he got to just keep birds in his cell? It's so weird.
I mean,
I don't know. Anyway.
To each their own.
And that is my version of Alcatraz Island.
I don't even know where this is going to go if I'm
I can't wait.
This is like, I have quilted together some stuff.
Oh my God, I had to swallow this before I spit it out, spat it all over you.
So,
what's the topic?
The curse of the evil eye.
Oh!
So, I don't know what I did. My font is all different.
Do you need a moment to compose yourself?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm jumping in.
Okay.
My sources are Wikipedia and Live Science. So, what is the evil eye? The evil eye is a superstitious curse or legend believed to be cast by a malevolent glare, usually given to a person when one is unaware. Well, that seems
obviously
to like not have quite the impact, though. If I want to give you an evil glare, I'm going to make sure you see it.
Yeah, you're just like looking
Otherwise,
across
I'm just
a
giving
room.
myself premature forehead wrinkles for no reason.
Well, right. Yeah, you'd really want them to. That's true. You'd want them to know.
Yes. It dates back at least to Greek classical antiquity, 6th century BC, where it appeared on Chalcidian drinking vessels known as eye cups.
What? So actually a cup? That's what they're calling that, a drinking vessel? I'm going to start saying that now. Could I have a drinking vessel of water? Why am I talking
ice.
like this?
No ice,
No
please.
ice. Drinking vessel.
Yeah, so many cultures believe that receiving the evil eye will cause misfortune and injury, while others believe... While others, though, believe it to be a kind of supernatural force that casts or reflects a malevolent glaze back up on those who wish harm upon others.
Huh, that's never the way I've thought about that.
Talismans or amulets created to protect against the evil eye are also frequently called evil eyes. Older iterations of the symbol were often made of ceramic or clay. However, following the production of glass beads in the Mediterranean region in approximately 1500 BC, evil eye beads were popularized with the Phoenicians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, and Ottomans.
Not the ones you put your feet
I
on.
was going to say, was it a people?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so dumb. Blue was likely used as it was relatively easy to create. However, modern evil eyes can be a range of colors.
It is interesting. Like, how did they make colors back then? How'd they make blue? You know what I mean? Again, I'm dumb.
Like crush like
bugs?
plants and like just
anything that had color?
Any kind of like a natural, what would be considered like a natural resource.
I wonder how they found blue. Flowers? Okay, sorry. Yeah.
They're like, listen, we want to invent jeans. Somebody
We're
go
on our
find
way.
something.
We're on our way.
The idea expressed by the term causes many different cultures to pursue protective measures against it, with around 40% of the world's population believing in the evil eye.
Interesting.
Yeah.
40% is a lot.
So the concept and its significance vary widely among different cultures, but it's especially prominent in the Mediterranean and West Asia. I promise I'm going to be done with like the history of it.
No,
but
you're good. You got to know. You got to have a good basis.
The idea appears multiple times in Jewish rabbinic literature. Other popular amulets and talismans used to ward off the evil eye include the Hamsa, while Italy, especially southern Italy, employs a variety of other unique charms and gestures to defend against the evil eye, including the cornicello, the cimaruta, and the sign of the horns. I don't know. The first two sound like cocktails. The other one sounds like...
The sign of the horns.
Yes, the sign of the horns. No more explanation needed. While the Egyptian Eye of Horus is a similar symbol of protection and good health, the Greek evil eye talisman specifically protects against malevolent gazes. So basically what they're saying is the evil eye itself is a curse, but you wear the
talisman.
evil eye talisman to ward it off.
Interesting.
So, the evil eye is a human look, believed to cause harm to someone or something. The supernatural harm may come in the form of a minor misfortune or a more serious disease or injury, even death.
Oh, gosh.
Folklorist Alan Dundes, in his edited volume, The Evil Eye, a Casebook, notes that the victim's good fortune, good health, or good looks... or unguarded comments about them invite or provoke an attack by someone with the evil eye.
They just jelly.
Yeah, that's just somebody being jealous. So if you're jealous, you can just be like, I curse you. Like, oh, great.
Not cool.
Luckily, I have nothing that would warrant anyone to be jealous of. I have no characteristics to make you jealous. I mean, I don't leave my house. Who's jealous? I don't put myself in these situations. You're jealous of my greasy hair?
Same. It's been a week.
So, what are symptoms of illness that can be inflicted on people?
Oh, gosh.
Who, someone puts the evil eye curse on? Loss of appetite?
Could I get that? Just kidding.
Excessive yawning? Oh, God.
It's us.
Hiccups, vomiting, and fever.
Oh.
If the object attacked is a cow, I don't know why.
You're like, that cow did me dirty.
You're mine, Bessie.
You're mine,
It's on. Its milk may dry up.
What?
That's if someone casts an evil eye on a cow. Its milk will dry up.
Oh, I literally did not understand the sentence you said. Oh, well, that's...
If it's a plant or a fruit tree, it may suddenly wither and die. Like, back off the cows and the apple trees.
And like,
jeez.
Go get another hobby.
Some of us like to bake
Pick up
pies.
a book.
Like, stop.
You don't need to put an evil eye curse on a tree.
No, what is your end game there?
I hate apples.
Clearly, the tree is not going to retaliate.
Oh, my God.
You just take pleasure in watching a tree wither and die. Stop.
You got problems.
Jerks. The evil eye is also said to cause a number of other things, such as insomnia, fatigue,
again,
depression, and diarrhea.
Great, it's me. It's me in a nutshell. I don't have insomnia, but everything else.
The evil eye, it's always lurking.
Cool.
In many places, disease is considered a magical as well as a medical issue. And the reason a given person succumbs to an illness may be attributed to a curse instead of a random chance or exposure to a virus, which would be so horrible if you lived in a region that really... you know what I mean? Like, felt that way? Because I'd be like, no, I'm telling you, I have strep throat.
Right.
Just give me some antibiotics. Yes. And they're like, no.
It's the evil eye. And you're like, no, it's not. Yeah.
I'm like, no, my apples didn't fall off my tree.
My metaphoric tree.
Give me some amoxicillin for the love of all that's good and holy.
Yeah, that would suck.
It can even affect objects and buildings.
Whoa.
The evil eye cast upon a vehicle may break down irreparably.
Oh.
While a house so cursed may soon develop a leaky roof or an insect infestation.
Oh.
Great. I had like a bunch of ants just a month ago. I had to hire an exterminator to come kill the ants. So just about anything that goes wrong can be blamed on the power of the evil eye. So
I mean, anything kind of fits in there.
It's well known throughout history. It's mentioned in ancient Greek and Roman texts, as well as in many famous literary works, including the Bible. Yes, very famous literary work.
Pretty famous. Maybe the most famous.
Quite possibly. Most sold book, right? In the history of the world.
Yeah.
Such as Proverbs 23:6, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats.
What? I need like the new English version of that. Yeah. That's like old. That's like King James. I can't.
Yes.
I cannot decipher that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always need NIV.
Let's see. I feel like I'm just like, I already covered some of this stuff. I'm being very redundant.
No, it's good.
Eyes are said to have special powers. They're said to be the gateway to a person's soul.
I mean, I get that.
I mean, we make enough awkward eye contact here.
I'm looking right into your soul.
Yes. So the purpose of this is just saying, like, the eyes are very telling. So shifting eyes are said to subtly betray liars, while a steady gaze may be endearing or menacing, depending on the circumstance. I'm going with the latter.
I'll stop looking at you.
Eye contact can create an intensely personal connection, whether between lovers, superiors, or subordinates.
What?
Glaring or intense staring can convey power and authority over another. And of course, actors use their eye. What? Okay, we know what eyes are. God. Live Science or Wikipedia. I'm not sure where you're from.
We know what eyes do.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, we know all the weird, like, awkward stuff about eyes.
We know a lot about that.
We live that.
We are experts.
So belief of the power of the eyes is so powerful that any eye affliction has come to suggest evil and bad luck. People
like pink eye?
Well, people who are cross-eyed have uncontrollable eye twitches or spasms. Or
they're just stressed.
Yeah. Or merely have a prominent squint.
What?
Have been shunned and feared as providing bad luck. Especially among those who work in dangerous occupations such as fishing and mining. Well,
is fishing a dangerous occupation?
I'm going to say mining. Okay,
sure.
I see that.
Sure,
fishing, what do you...
Unless you're like one of those...
Oh,
the dangerous ones. What's that called? Deadliest catch.
Deadliest catch. Yeah, maybe that.
Well, that's sad.
And
Like, I just have an eye twitch.
But you probably do need to be able to see really well for...
True.
You know.
True.
Similarly, those with unusually close-set eyes or eyes of different colors were often suspected of having the evil eye.
That is like... these poor people being discriminated against in history.
Yeah, that's incredibly subjective.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Yeah, do they take out a measuring tape? Like,
how
many centimeters?
You don't meet the
right.
I don't even know. I was going to say
quota?
20 centimeters.
That's way too big. That would be alarming. 20 centimeters.
I know. I'm so mad. Don't ever ask me anything about
your eyes are
measurement.
kind of like...
I hate when I have like a car accident, which
I would say your eyes are like 3 to 4 centimeters apart. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
Whenever an insurance agent's like, how far away? What did you see the car?
Oh,
I'm
God,
like,
tornado watch.
Oh, of course there is. Okay, I better move along. I'm not even going to tell my lame insurance jokes.
I'm going to check this while you talk.
Okay. Babies and children are said to be especially susceptible to harm from the evil eye. And in many countries, including Greece, Romania, and India, praising a child publicly is sometimes considered taboo, for the compliment will draw the attention of the evil eye. Because remember, jealousy.
Don't be
It's
jelly.
a baby.
Gross.
In order to ward off the evil eye, parents of a thoughtlessly praised child may ask the
Thoughtlessly praised?
Yeah.
Ew.
They may ask the person who gave the compliment to immediately spit in the child's face.
Who are these people?
Gross.
Greeks?
Including Greece, Romania, and India.
No.
Because the momentarily exalted youngster has been brought down a peg, any harm by the evil eye is unnecessary.
Well, they're trying to do it to protect their child, so I mean, I get that.
This spittle salve. This spittle salve is harmless, yet insulting enough
Except in COVID.
It will negate the compliment. Yeah,
Yes.
don't be spitting.
No, especially when there's a global pandemic.
Just be like...
take it back.
Your baby's maybe a little too...
Cute.
I don't know. Too much hair. I don't...
Your baby cries too much.
I don't know. What's an insult?
I mean, it's
baby.
awkward.
Who has the evil eye? Maybe you do.
Oh, me specifically?
Many believe that bad intention is not necessary, and some people can cast an evil eye without even knowing it. Great. I'm just rolling
People with RBF.
Out.
All the people with RBF.
Which is me. If a person is believed to have an evil eye, other members of their family is often treated with suspicion, and any children are assumed to have the curse as well.
Oh, to be able to give it?
Yes.
Oh.
So let's talk about protections and cures.
Okay. Yeah.
The best way to deal with the evil eye is to avoid it in the first place.
Good advice.
Oh, come on. Not helpful.
No.
Wherever I got this from.
Live Science Wikipedia.
United States. That's not going to get old.
No, it's not.
The method varies by culture, geographic region. Well, blah, 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 blah. In Puerto Rico, for example, newborns are often given a good luck charm called an azabach to protect them from the evil.
That's cute. Is it like an anklet? I'm just imagining it's like a little bracelet.
Chubby little ankle. It's little cankles.
Oh,
that's cute.
Cute little babies.
Amulets can be worn to deter the evil eye, often using the color blue. Okay.
They love blue.
Yeah. Charms, potions, and spells can be prepared. Garlic can be used to deter the evil eye. And some believe just saying the word garlic offers protection.
Garlic.
Give me the garlic bread. Give me the garlic cheese nuts.
That's so interesting. Just saying it?
Yeah.
It's weird. Whatever. Hey.
Often those who believe they've been harmed by the evil eye will seek out shamans, witch doctors, psychics, or other spiritual healers to remove the curse. Oh. There are several ways to cure mal de ojo. I think that's how they see evil eye in Mexico.
Okay.
Yes, because one traditional method from Mexico involves the use of a raw egg.
Oh.
The egg, a universal symbol of purity and birth.
Okay. Didn't know that either.
Is said to absorb evil energies as it passes over the forehead and prone body of the victim.
Prone means laying down, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure.
The egg is then broken over a bowl of water and the resulting forms closely examined for any unusual shapes.
Oh.
So it's kind of like reading tea leaves, maybe?
That's interesting. So they like take the actual egg in the shell and they pass it over the top of the body and then they break it immediately. Interesting.
So an oval or eye shape seen in the yolk or white is said to indicate that the evil eye's power has been successfully removed from the victim. Some claim that the gender of the person who cast the evil eye can be determined from the shapes.
We should try that.
We should, but it doesn't tell like which shapes indicate.
I know. I just want to do it and see.
Well, you gotta. I mean, it's like, what's that? That's not narrowing it down.
A girl,
a female cast the evil eye on you.
Cool.
Okay,
that narrows it down to half the world's population, approximately.
Though belief of the evil eye can be a harmless superstition, it can also be dangerous in some circumstances. Anytime one person believes that another has harmed them, whether naturally or supernaturally, intentionally or accidentally, there is potential for retribution.
Yeah.
So think about that. So like other accused witches, sorcerers over the centuries, a lot of people have been attacked, beaten, and killed for casting an evil eye.
Even when they did or didn't. Yeah. Yikes.
So then I was like, okay, are there any like stories
about people who've had it? Yeah.
So I went to thewalrus.com.
Okay.
And found this story by Erica Linty. And she said, last January, my older brother Louis came home early from work with a fever and stomach cramps. Oh God, my daughter's been texting me that this is happening with her. Keaton, do you have the evil eye?
Keaton Margaret.
I'll feel really bad if I'm like, sorry,
well, then we'll just get an egg.
Record another episode. Yeah, like have the eggs ready.
Lie prone.
Just use the cheap ones I feed your brothers. Don't use my good organic cage-free eggs, please.
Yeah, only buy cage-free eggs, people. Come on.
He had the stomach cramps. His face was tinged green. Oh. His gait sluggish as he reached for the bottle of Pepto-Bismol stashed away in our kitchen.
So this is like recent.
Yes.
Because they had Pepto. Okay, got it. Go on.
Well, and it's published on a website. Oh. An article on a website. So yes, we're not going back to like the 1800s or anything here.
Oh God.
The pink sludge did little for his stomach. Pepto-Bismol never worked. Like whoever thought that was it? That was always, we always had that in the refrigerator.
I feel like it helps me sometimes.
It made me sicker.
Oh, I don't mind it that much. I'm really
So within hours, he was a classic norovirus case, slung over the toilet bowl in the basement.
Oh.
He tried it all. Tylenol.
Tylenol, what? Why would you take that for?
I don't know.
Maybe you had a fever.
Maybe,
anyway.
yeah. Well, it said he had a fever.
Oh.
A fever and stomach cramps.
I'm with you
Flat Canada Dry, sips of Gatorade to no avail. Noro, or the stomach flu, has no antidote. He'd
True.
have to let it pass with time. My grandparents deem any ill... Nope. But my grandparents had another idea.
Oh,
It's not the
gosh.
Noro. Both hail from the southern coastal region of Calabria, Italy, and now reside across from my childhood home in North Toronto. They phoned our
Canada.
Canada. Toronto, Canada. They phoned our house that day, worried when they noticed Louie's car in the driveway. They nosy. My nanny, as we call them,
It's grandparents.
have always expressed their love and overprotection. My grandparents deem any illness or discomfort a symptom of envy. A neighbor, colleague, or acquaintance has wished them bad luck, or worse, cursed them. According to Nana, Malaccio. What? That's the guy that played the Karate Kid. Just kidding. Terrible jokes. That means the evil eye has been the culprit behind everything from everyday ailments such as headaches and nausea to my father's more serious heart condition.
Oh.
2 summers ago, Nana even blamed her wilting garden, usually a lush green space filled with homegrown vegetables, on Malaccio from a jealous neighbor.
They're like, there's
She's like,
her cucumbers.
Bertha! How dare you be jealous of my beautiful garden? You're just tired of me winning all the ribbons at the county fair. I don't know. That's a thing. I've seen that.
It is a
in the-
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, garden
so when
club,
she heard
too.
of Louie's affliction, Nana got to work.
Oh.
Look out. Oh, God. I'm highlighting. Help. Why am I using an iPad?
Send help.
This isn't going to work. So she filled a pasta bowl with tap water and signed herself in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. She grabbed her bottle of Unico olive oil.
Oh, is that a brand?
It must be. The same one she uses to fry up her family famous fatina. Parentheses, chicken strips.
Yes!
Nana. Get that Unica.
In olive oil?
Yeah,
That's interesting. I would never have done that.
No. And poured a few drops into the water. She closed her eyes and repeated a prayer as the oil dispersed to the edges of the bowl. 20 minutes later, she had an answer. Louie, by her discretion, was not sick with the virus, but instead ailing from Malaccio. Also
so
sounds
the
like
olive
a
oil-
Starbucks drink.
It does. The olive oil told her that? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
She would continue to ward off the bad vibes throughout the day, performing the ritual every half hour.
Done.
How much oil you got, Nana?
She's got
Nano? Was it Nana? Nano? Nano? No.
She's got like
I know her name.
She's got that on Amazon, so try and
does.
save.
In bulk. Most older generations in my family are true believers in Malaccio. Growing up, the tradition of warding off the evil eye was as commonplace as saying grace before a meal or telling a story at bedtime. Throughout my father's childhood, for instance, my grandmother's healing ritual was the answer to every ailment. Yes, I was raised by my grandmother. She grew her own aloe vera plants and everything could be cured with an aloe vera plant,
Yeah.
bacon fat, and Vicks.
Vicks.
Vicks with a sock tied around your neck.
Vicks is with a sock tied around your neck.
Yes.
Interesting.
Then you just suffer. You didn't dare untie that sock, though.
Feels like it would choke you. You're like, Granny. I do love me some Vicks, though, on the bottom
Oh,
of your
I hate-
feet.
Yeah, if you put it on the bottom of your feet with socks, that works great. I
Yeah.
wish Grandma would have known that trick.
Yeah.
Choking me with
She
my
would
own
know
sock. No, the socks were supposed to go on my feet, Grandma. Not
They're
my neck.
cold. Put the Vicks in
But
the
I
bottom
think
of my
it was
feet.
like she believed it held it in, which
Yeah.
it probably did.
Yeah, but you also need to breathe it in your
Yeah.
nose. Isn't that part of it? But then what's it do on the feet? Why is it
Yeah.
helpful on your feet?
Aren't your feet like very absorbent though? Because you can like.
Ew, I walk
Remember
outside
they used to
barefoot
sell
all
those
the time.
patches that would like pull all the
Yes.
toxins out of your body.
You think
through
that
your
was
feet?
real?
I
never
don't
bought
know.
one.
Well,
I
what
never
was all
used
that?
any.
I never did either, but I always saw like, the
Dirty,
things. I'm
dirty
like, well, what's
feet.
that
It's
though
got
coming out?
dirty
of there?
feet.
And I don't want to know if that's what's in my body, honestly.
Okay.
So yeah, they were like grew up with it, whatever. But my brother and I don't seriously subscribe to Nana's do-it-yourself witchcraft. That's not. Hey, now, calm down.
Yeah, it's not
Let's not go to calling
witchcraft.
Nana a witch.
And witchcraft is like, I feel like Wiccans, it's so misunderstood,
Yeah. So he just kind of goes on to badmouth Nana, or she does.
Nana, we are not here for that.
No. So I'm just going to scroll it down.
Okay.
The concept of the evil eye or malign glance is late University of California Buckley professor and folklorist Alan Dundas. Didn't I already talk about him? Yes.
Did you?
Moving on.
I don't remember.
When modern day European and Asian immigrants headed to North America, so did the evil eye tradition. So if you're wondering kind of like why because it's not unheard of here.
No.
I didn't know much about it, but I've heard the term evil eye.
Oh yeah,
many
for sure.
times. For many, it was an effort to adapt to a new and strange homeland. The rituals associated with the evil eye, some scholars believe, were less about reprieve and more about preserving culture for newcomers in their Anglo-saturated homes.
I could see that.
Yeah, good for you for trying to
hold on to your culture.
Yeah. For millennials living in a similar world of uncertainty and yet so disconnected from the past, celebrating the practice is about both. Guarding it against the evil eye connects us to our families and where we've come from, and in the most tangible ways. Every licensed grandchild in the Linty family has a blue crystal eye sitting in their car's glove box, a talisman to ward off evil. My good friend, a Persian woman, wears earrings bearing the Hamsa, a hand with fingers spread open and an eye in the center, denoting her culture's version of the evil eye to protect herself. So that's kind of cool. At the same time, these symbols have been appropriated. Of course. They have. Welcome to the United States of the United States. And commodified. Celebrities have increasingly sported versions of the evil eye. In 2012, paparazzi spotted Kim Kardashian
there was an eye roll if you couldn't hear it.
Silver evil eye headpiece designed by socialite Nicole Richie.
What? Oh, Jesus. She is Romanian, though, right? Kim Kardashian?
Armenian.
Armenian. Yeah. Okay.
Nicole Richie, I do not believe.
I don't know anything about Nicole Richie.
At Forever 21, evil eye bracelets are easy to find.
Oh, my gosh.
Then they're kind of like talking about stupid stuff like Urban Outfitters and Pinterest and what. Well, don't come after Pinterest now.
Do people use Pinterest still?
Then they're talking about like a YouTube beauty. So anyways, yes, this is something that a lot of cultures take very seriously.
Yeah.
And brought it with them because it provided comfort with them to continue to carry on their beliefs.
Everything else was being taken away.
Completely appropriated.
And now
it's just stop.
Not surprising, unfortunately.
More about Nana. Moving on. So now I found I went to WikiHow.
WikiHow?
Which is basically like the Wikipedia of where people go on with like step-by-step instructions of how to do things.
I love it.
Because I'm like, well, what do I do? How do I know?
How do you get rid of it?
For sure if I have it.
Yeah.
So, notice the symptoms.
Oh.
The negative energy of an envious person can cause physical symptoms that are not related to disease, such as weakness, eye infections, upset stomach, fever, nausea. Also, it is likely that the affected person will have personal, family, or professional problems without any apparent cause. Great.
Well, interesting. Okay.
Step 2. Or option 2, maybe. It's just a 2. I'm just throwing the step in there. Follow the coal method.
Oh.
This method is practiced in Eastern Europe. Simply drop a piece of charcoal into a pan of water. You can also use the head of a match that is burned. Sinking is a good sign, while floating means a person or child has been afflicted.
Doesn't some charcoal just float?
I don't know.
I don't either. Well, I'm kind of afraid to do this now.
Option 3, try the wax method. Oh. Another method is to drip hot wax into holy water.
I don't
Can
have
it just
any of
be
that.
Regular water? Watch how the wax reacts. If it splatters, it means you or the child you are testing for have the evil eye. The same is true if it sticks to the side. Well, isn't it going to do one or the other?
Well, you just want it to sink, maybe?
Yeah, okay.
I have no idea how hot wax would react to water.
This is the
how you know
method
if you have
that's used primarily in the Ukraine.
Okay.
Next, try the oil method, which is probably kind of
What
like
Nani
what Nani
did?
just did.
Yeah.
How do you cure the evil eye?
Yes.
If you've been cursed with it.
Listen up, folks.
Try the touch method. The easiest way to cure the evil eye, according to some, is to have the person who caused the evil eye touch the child.
How would you know? Get away from me!
Get out! Since the evil eye is usually unintentional, the person should have no problem with simply touching the child. It doesn't...
If you're someone who just goes around giving evil eyes on accident, you need to wear, like, sunglasses.
Yeah. So... And don't just be... No.
Don't touch people's kids. Nisi come after you.
Yeah. Oh, and then this also talks about the egg, using an egg.
Okay. So that's a tried and true method.
Oh, this is different, though, than how Nana did.
Oh.
In Mexico and Latin countries, some parents use an egg. They pass the egg over the child's body, commonly a prayer is said, and then they put it in a bowl beneath the pillow. They leave it there during the night and check to see if the white is foggy in the morning. If it is, then the child was affected by the evil eye.
How do you put it in a bowl under the pillow? Like you put your pillow on top of the bowl?
Like, I can't sleep. I must be a princess. I can feel it. No, that's because there's a bowl under your pillow.
Or are they like laying on a table and you put the bowl under the table? You know what I mean? I'm so confused.
Well, I don't want to sleep on a table either. That sounds equally uncomfortable.
Well, or a bed, something that's elevated.
Okay, yeah. Maybe they just mean like under the head of the bed.
Maybe, but they
say
said under the pillow.
What an uncomfortable...
You're just like...
And your head would just keep falling into the bowl.
Cracking the egg. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah. The next morning, you just are like, well...
Covered in egg.
Anyone want some French toast?
I smell like salmonella at this point.
All right. Oh, this would be right up my alley. Try hand gestures. Some say making certain gestures with your hand can ward off or cure the evil eye. One gesture is the mano cornuto, which is just a fist with the index and pinky finger extended.
Rock and roll,
baby! Point your hand down while making this gesture.
And what are we doing? We're doing it right now. But what are we doing? Are we warding it off or bringing it to us? Okay.
I don't know. Do it up and down.
Okay.
Another is the mano fico. Has nothing to do with your credit score. Where you stick your thumb in between your index finger and middle finger in a fist. Isn't that also sign language?
It is.
Something?
It's like
a letter, I think. Yeah.
It's I, I'm pretty sure.
Some Italians carry a little red horn around by wearing it or keeping it on a keychain. The horn is worn in place of making
What kind of horn is it?
Well, this, I guess.
Oh, it's this hand
rock
signal?
and roll horn.
Oh, I thought it was something's horn.
Or it might be. I don't know.
Just like, what kind of animal's tiny horn?
All right. Fourth option. Find a six-sided mirror. What is that?
What?
Like in a fun house? Were you just going to find one of those?
Well, you're like so ill and vomiting and diarrhea and you're just like frantically looking for a six-sided... Anyone!
Help!
Anyone!
One method said to cure the evil eye is the use of a mirror to reflect back bad energy. Well, can't you just use a mirror?
Right. Why does it be six-sided? How does that even work? What does that look like?
You simply hang the mirror
just simply
in a front window or on the front door. What?
What is a six-sided
You don't know what
mirror?
you're talking about, Wiki how.
Wiki how.
Option 5, use a healer.
Okay. That should be option 1.
Folk healers can often provide cures for the evil eye. That makes sense.
It does.
If you don't feel confident in healing the evil yourself, try a healer.
I would never feel confident. Because again, I don't know what a six-sided mirror.
I'm going to cure my own
hemorrhoids.
Strep throat. I do not have hemorrhoids, for the record. Thank you.
I think I do.
Okay. Well, that's on you.
That was Whitney. I'll just be the one to admit. That's on you. Literally.
Yes. That's in you.
Isn't it outside of you?
I don't know. I know nothing.
Hey, childbirth. Am I right?
I've only had C-sections. I don't know.
Not me.
All right.
Anyway.
So how do you prevent it? We know how to cure it, but I don't want it all. I don't want to have
just
to.
Don't look at anyone.
I don't want to have to put I don't want to dip my head in egg batter overnight.
Just don't look at anyone ever.
So So option 1, use a pink coral bracelet. Some suggest
That's
putting a
cute.
pink coral bracelet on a child will protect from the evil eye.
Okay.
Others suggest having the child wear a buckeye has the same effect.
Oh, is that a nut?
My dad always carried a buckeye in his pocket.
Why?
They could say it's for good luck. So there you go.
Whoa, Brew.
Oh, my dad. I still have
so
the buckeye he carried in his
Stop
pocket.
it.
No, I do. I thought about him.
Where is it? Is it like in your
I
house?
have it like in a little box.
Oh,
I thought about him today. Carter
so
was
cute.
practicing driving. He's one of my kiddos that's turning 16 next week. And we were on Highway Z. So, you just kind of assume, probably kind of. Anyways, he does it when he's driving. He does the 4-finger wave to every car that comes. And I'm like, that just made me think of my dad. My dad always did that. So, if you're from a small community, you just. You
funny.
wave at every car.
yeah. I don't. Do you?
No.
Except for us.
Except for we're the exception to that.
I just have a 10 and 2 baby, and I'm listening to podcasts,
Yes.
not even paying attention to anyone else.
Option 2, try a red string. In Jewish cultures, parents use a red string to fend off the evil eye. For instance,
Kabbalah?
sometimes it's tied around a crib bar or the stroller handle.
Huh.
Option 3.
Your face.
Have the baby wear a jet amulet.
That's the shape of a tiny jet.
In some Hispanic cultures, babies wear an amulet made of black jet.
Is that some sort of
It must be like a
mineral?
or
Yeah.
or gem or
We're dumb.
something. Often it's shaped as a small fist. That's cute.
Oh, a tiny little fist.
You may see it with red and black beads on a gold chain. A baby. No, I'm just picturing like a little
Baby with
a Guido.
a Guido. And it's doing this like fist pump.
Yes.
It has a fist pump fist on it.
Yes.
It's a Guido baby.
It's so cute. It's got all the hair gel.
Guido
Option
baby.
4, use with the spit method.
Stop spitting on
When
people.
someone gives your child a compliment, you can try spitting over your left shoulder 3 times.
Oh, your own.
That's better.
That is better.
And then touching wood or knocking your own head 3 times.
Hey, it's like the knock on wood. I don't have any. And then you knock on your
You're
own.
going to spit 3 times and then either knock on wood or your own head.
Well, you know how people say, like, knock on wood, and then
Yeah.
there's no wood, and then they knock on their own head as a joke? Have you ever seen someone do that?
No, I
like,
haven't.
my head's made of wood kind of
I've
thing.
never. No,
Really?
No.
Oh, God. Am I dumb? Is that... I think
No, I'm
that's the
sure.
thing.
I believe you.
Oh, okay,
I've
okay.
just never.
I'm like, please believe me.
I'm always somewhere where wood is readily available. No
Yeah.
one's ever had to knock on their head.
That's true.
Option 5, scatter salt. One
Salt.
Sicilian-
It's always
yeah.
a thing, you know?
One Sicilian method of protection is scatter
Say
salt
Sicilian?
on the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I?
No, you did.
Okay. I may have
I was just following
mispronounced
it. No, you're good.
Scatter salt on the floor inside the front door or outside of the house.
I think we should just do that. Go home.
Evil casters.
Yeah, go home and just get some salt and
Yeah.
around your house.
Which is a pretty well-known
You hear that a
thing
lot.
to do for just to ward off anything evil.
Yeah.
Another method Sicilians use is the urine method, where everyone in the house pees in a bucket, then the urine is spilled in front of the house.
I kind of love
Can you imagine the neighbor?
Your turn.
Dang it!
There's like, oh, God, the smell.
The Smiths they're all peeing in that bucket again.
Judy, they're all peeing in the bucket.
And then the last option is try an eye charm. Many cultures use eye charms to protect against the evil eye. You can wear it on a necklace, for instance, or use one as a keychain.
Oh.
Hey, Rachel's creation. Shout out. In Turkey, these little charms are made out of blue glass, but other cultures make them out of other materials.
And they're always blue.
Yes.
Very interesting.
And so on this, they had like a little community Q&A. And you know how much I love that.
Yes.
So they don't have like their names, like, which I hate. I wish they had their names on here because that's more
She just
fun.
did a little aw shucks motion.
I did.
It was cute.
Didn't Holden do that the other day? I was so good. I'm like, that's so little rascal. Someone asked, how do I get rid of an evil person? This person
Murder?
answered,
No.
Don't allow them to come into your house and never share any personal information with you. That's how you avoid identity theft. But whatever. This person asked, how do I remove Burinazer, which I think is just like another language for evil eye, from my room? And someone answered, put salt in every corner of the room. Alternatively, place an 8-sided mirror.
Again, they said 6 earlier.
Are we the only people that don't know what this means?
I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Are you talking about like
corners?
The perimeter of it?
Like
those kind of sides?
Like a, are they meaning like an octagon?
Maybe that's what they mean by sides.
Then say an octagon. Yeah. Maybe that is what they mean. I'm imagining dimensions, like it's 6-sided.
How do I send the evil eye back to the person who sent it to me?
Yes.
Then someone answered, you don't or shouldn't curse others, ideally. Well, listen. An eye for an eye. I bet that's where that comes from. I'm pointing at you like super intently. It's also a great movie with Sally Field and Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, it's such a sad movie.
It really is sad. Like, I would be...
It's a horrifying... I watched that way too young.
Mom reaction.
I watched that movie way too young. Oh, that movie gives me the creeps, though.
So they're like, don't do that. Just leave it up to the higher power you believe in. I'm giving it back. There's some
depends who it is
to be given back.
Yeah.
How do I activate and clean an evil eye pendant? What? Well, what are you going to activate it?
Clean it. Use jewelry cleaner? I mean,
what do you activate? Alexa, activate my evil eye pendant. Try the same method you would use to purify crystals.
What?
You should also close your eyes.
Ask Spencer Pratt.
You should also close your eyes and imagine you are guiding light and positivity into the pendant or charm.
I would be so bad at this kind of thing.
Someone asked, how do I know who cursed me? And someone answered, it is not possible to know exactly who is the one, but be aware of people who praise you a lot or people who may seem jealous of you.
What? Maybe they're
well,
just
didn't you say that was your love language? You liked being praised. You're like thinking people are giving you all these compliments and they're just giving you all the evil eyes.
Oh, God.
Is there a way to identify if I've been cursed with the evil eye? Yes. Check to see if you have symptoms such as eye infection, stomach pain, or some kind of symptoms. Yes. So it's like, isn't that like upset stomach,
diarrhea, nausea, heartburn, indigestion,
evil eye?
Take some Pepto.
How do I cure someone else's evil eye? We'll take forms of good energy and help them see the truth of the light.
What? How do you do that?
Go into the light, Carol Ann.
Into the light, Carol Ann. How do you do
great
that?
Movie.
Oh, yes. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen that.
Here's a good one.
Oh, gosh.
Could the evil eye cause pimples?
Oh.
And someone answered, this is possible, yes. But your pimples could also just be the result of hormonal changes.
And bad hygiene.
Listen, people. Listen. As someone who has hormone-positive breast cancer and has to take a medication that, like, blocks my hormone receptors, hormonal acne is a curse. It's not a laughing matter.
Are you saying you're getting hormonal acne now?
Yeah, look at it. I have, like, see that pimple on my chin?
No.
It's because, like, all of my hormones are being blocked.
Interesting.
And so it's making me.
Well, you look great. You look great.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate. And then the last one I have. What if the person that cast the evil eye curse has since passed away? Which is actually a pretty good question.
Yeah, because well, crap, they died. Now what?
Yeah, it says it depends on your religion. If you're a Christian, go to a priest. If you're a Muslim, go to et cetera, and ask to pray. So just a little bit about the evil eye. So next time you get the shadoobs.
Great.
It might be.
I'm going to call you and bring your salt.
I told you your hair looked beautiful that day.
Well, I knew you were lying. Because it's so gross.
Oh, I see what you just did a minute ago when I point out my pimple. And you were like, you look great. Whitney.
We're just thought
you were better than
We're just over here giving each other the evil eye over and over again.
Do you love how, like, the last story said was my short story, and this one I said was my long story?
It doesn't make any
flipped.
sense.
It's the opposite.
I just don't know what to believe anymore.
I can't.
She doesn't either.
I can't trust my own judgment.
It's hard.
It really is.
It's so hard.
So that was
Thank
Evil
you
Eyes.
for that, Amy. That was
welcome.
fascinating. And
Use that. Take
exciting.
that knowledge with you, people,
Yes.
out into the world. And
Into your bathrooms.
if you feel like you need to spit on someone, just
Don't spit on their baby, especially.
No. And
That's
just
so-
spit over your shoulder 3 times.
Yeah, that's fine.
And knock on your
Just
head.
don't spit during COVID, you know?
No.
Yeah.
Spitting's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. It can be unhygienic, but, you know,
really can.
whatever. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Everyone's like, shut up!
Shut up about spitting! Can you quit
Stop
this? So we can
lecturing us, you 2 hags.
Hey, don't call us hags.
Yeah, what? Hey,
People?
The people? We deserve better from you.
It really
love us.
smells like baked apple pie in here. It's so nice. Okay, y'all. Follow us on our socials. At On The Haunt on Instagram and Facebook. At On Haunt Podcast on Twitter. I'm at Haunted Whitney on Twitter. Amy's gonna get a Twitter.
To be announced.
To be TBD. That's the
Check out onthehunt.com.
podcast.com. Yes.
Okay. I don't even know. Clearly I have.
Hey,
I do
it's fine.
nothing
I'm
with the
shouting. I'm
website.
literally shouting. No, it's
Give
totally
us
fine.
some merch suggestions.
Please, yes.
Buy some merch.
Yes.
Like and this isn't even like our own personal merch. Like we're not even like
No.
touting our own like stuff. We just think it's really cute when you guys buy our stuff.
And then
send
we
us
want to
pictures.
cry. Like that picture of Drew the plumber wearing
Yes.
a shirt. I could die.
He's like, stop mentioning me, please. God.
We don't know your last name, Drew, or we
Yeah.
would say it. No, we wouldn't. Yeah, we might. No, we didn't say
we went
Samantha's.
on accident.
I know
probably.
Samantha's last name, but I won't say
Hey,
it.
Samantha.
Hey, girl.
Found your movie
girl,
on
hey.
Amazon. We didn't watch it yet because Whitney and I want to watch it together. So we're
Yes.
just trying to coordinate our schedules.
And we're totally
And
going to
it's
watch
happening.
it. We're sorry. We know you told us not to, but we don't listen very well.
we don't take.
And
But
we,
it's so bossy, Sam.
yeah, and we love bad movies. So
Yeah.
if you said it was bad, we're all in for that. We saw.
And I read the summary, like the little description.
Yeah.
Though. It sounded pretty good to me. So I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's hard for us to get together. We might have to just
really
like
is.
text each other and
Yeah.
watch it together. Like press play, and we
Yeah.
press play at the same time.
Or we'll like FaceTime
each other. That would be
or
cute.
something. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. We're just like planning
Okay.
our date on the podcast. Okay. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Please, please, please.
Even if you did it back in the days of old,
It's not there. It's gone.
It's not there. So
Do it again,
Those
please.
of you who have resubmitted, Drew,
Drew.
we love you.
My friend
we're looking
Anna
at you.
from high school. Thank you,
Yes,
Anna.
thank you. So please go back.
Someone else who I don't
Shout
know who
out
they
to
are.
Tanya for all the love you've been
Man,
giving us.
Tanya.
We appreciate you so much. You are amazing.
So sweet.
Yes, so we're gonna have to
guys.
invite her on here because I know she
Yes.
lives close by. So
Yeah, Tanya, you want to
wanna
be on the
a
podcast?
guest?
Do you have any experience?
Live.
You don't even
Make
have
up
to
something.
know how to talk.
Look at us. We have zero experience at
No,
speaking.
I mean haunted experience.
Oh. Because we're a paranormal podcast and
Yeah,
all.
I didn't mean experience speaking. Hi, could you please submit your resume with all of your public speaking experience?
Just a 30-minute clip of just you speaking.
And a cover letter.
Yes. So Tanya's like, whoa. I didn't ask for this. I don't want this.
Sorry, Tanya.
We love you.
We're so dumb. Anyway, we love you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye. We gotta go. This is going down fast.